We're just talking to Mike Brown there earlier on in the show in Power Lunch, and he was talking about his plans for Africa. We do know that you guys and Nedbank have a relationship. Has that relationship worked so far before we delve into the strategy that you were discussing on today with your directors?
Yes, we thank you very much. We welcome this opportunity to be on CNBC Africa. And with respect to the alliance we have with Nedbank, it has been a very productive alliance for both institutions. I think it allows our customers to have a one-bank experience across 35 countries in Africa.
Many people are speculating that that alliance perhaps should be moving on to another level. Are there any plans to migrate it from where it is right now, an alliance, onto something much stronger?
Well, no, we are very happy with the alliance, the way it's evolving. And if there's subsequent developments, we'll be delighted to let you know.
We shall be waiting for that, Arnold. Let's talk about what you're doing in Nairobi. What are you doing there?
We have a meeting of our corporate bank people here in Nairobi. As you know, we have a corporate banking operation that spans 30 countries in Africa and 4 centers outside of Africa. And what they're doing today is going through a review of the performance of last year and the strategy for this year.
Would you be able to share with us what you find in that review? Are you making progress, and where are you making progress?
I think what we're trying to do is to provide to our customers, along with our Nedbank alliance partners, a one-bank experience across Africa. What we're trying to do is to put in place the necessary platform so that customers dealing with us see Ecobank as one bank across Africa rather than a collection of 30 banking subsidiaries.
Yeah, but what are you finding on the corporate finance front? Because we do know that there's been quite a lot of activity into Africa by countries including China. India also has been coming to play into Africa. And of course, we've got the traditional investors coming out from the West who also have been looking into Africa. What kind of businesses are attracting the attention of guys like you and investors who are looking into the continent?
Basically, the traditional businesses. I think in terms of outside investors coming in, they're looking really at the natural resource sector, but also at the consumer sector. For example, we have a cooperation agreement with the Bank of China, and we'll be working very actively with them to support Chinese companies coming into the rest of Africa. Yeah. Outside of China, we also are present in Paris, and we're working with European companies that are looking to expand the operations in Africa, and some of them looking to come to Africa for the first time.
Yeah, it's interesting you talk about resources, because one of the conversations that we're now having and beginning to gradually hear on a more consistent basis is the whole question of Africa's consumer market. People are beginning to talk about the African consumer as a strong player into African growth going forward. From the ground, on your operations, are you beginning to see any evidence of that?
There's very clear evidence. I think recent reports suggest that the African middle consumer market is probably up to 200 million people. That's not much shy of the figure in India, which is about 300 million. That market needs to be served with financial services, with fast-moving consumer goods, and I think we certainly see significant growth potential going forward.
Let's talk about the overall group. Now, we heard Mike Brown talking about Nedbank's strategy into Africa. He talks of organic growth. What about Ecobank? What are you looking at?
I think we're pretty much close to the end of our expansion. We're in 30 countries now. We have probably another 3 to go in terms of our overall strategy. So our focus now has been increasingly on optimizing and consolidating the unique platform that we have built.
Those 3 countries, can I get them out of you?
Well, it's Mozambique, Angola and Equatorial Guinea, which are markets that we're not in yet.
Is there any specific reason why you're targeting them? From where I sit, I am seeing one link through all of them. I mean, Angola and Mozambique, as well as Equatorial Guinea, I think, are all Portuguese speaking. Is it Angola and Mozambique we're talking about here?
No, Angola and Mozambique are Portuguese speaking. Yes. Equatorial Guinea is Spanish speaking.
Spanish speaking, okay, I got lost there.
Yeah.
But in terms of moving into Angola and Mozambique, is there any specific reason why you're moving into Portuguese speaking Africa, if you like?
We already have operations in Sao Tome, in Cape Verde, in Guinea-Bissau. So we're already in 3 Portuguese speaking African countries. So that's not a new territory, a new market for us. Angola, as you know, is probably one of the fastest growing economies in Africa. So it's an exciting market that we'd like to play a role in. And Mozambique, obviously, is a core member of the SADC region. Yeah. And serves as a gateway to a lot of the countries in Southern Africa.
Yeah. Now, in between those two countries, you're leaving one country out unnamed there. It's Zimbabwe. And it's a country that many people have spoken about as a potential market that investors are beginning to look at again after the turmoil of the past decade. Are you not looking at Zimbabwe?
We're already in Zimbabwe. We bought a bank in Zimbabwe last year. It was called Premier Financial Group. It's now called the Ecobank Zimbabwe.
Oh, so you have rebranded it now. And how is that?
Yeah, we have rebranded.
Yeah,
it's doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, when people speak about Zimbabwe and the kind of challenges that are there are liquidity issues that people speak about. You are not facing any of those problems, or have you been able to solve them because of your international links?
No, we don't really see problems. We see challenges, and the job of any banker is to work through those challenges. We've seen challenges in 30 other countries. Nothing new here, just different, but nothing terribly new.
Yeah.
And we believe that we have the solutions to those problems.
Yeah. Now, you came into South Africa last year establishing an office here. Has that office been working to your liking? What have you found, and what are the plans around that office?
Yes, the office has been working very well, actually. One of the things we realized was that South African companies are the largest investors in Africa outside of the oil sector. So it made sense for us to have a representative office there to serve those companies that are going into essentially the rest of Sub-Saharan Africa, in which we are the largest in terms of geographical presence. So that office has been doing very well in meeting that particular strategic objective.